What's happening, speculators? Let's fire up the TDG PTR Pro Trade Room for our afternoon session, Fed Day Fun Day. You are going to get me, you're going to get to listen. I don't know. Maybe I'll mute the mic. Listen to me eat a frittata because I haven't been able to eat yet. So had to get this all going on. We're streaming on YouTube, I think, as well. So if anyone is over there on YouTube or got the email about the stream on YouTube, let me know. It generally doesn't come up. There's like a significant delay for it to fire in there. How's everybody handled the morning and the rest of the day? You guys do okay? I'm going to take off this short order filled, and then move away from price. We're going to get some movement here in the treasuries, of course. So we'll go down there and then down here. Order submitted. So that's what we got going on there. Profitable day in both this account number one is a live account, and that's actually up a little more than that. Account number two is this ETF account that I was trading here this morning. Ray got healthy on the MNQ. Good. I think everyone probably should have got healthy on the MNQ right there. Doesn't look like much here, but all we got to do is get up to there. I'm actually now short 5 puts from 450, so I need the Nasdaq to get up here. I'm putting on a little bit of hedges as we pop up there, so that's why I'm short 2 here. But to not confuse anybody, we're going to keep all the orders in this account right here. So we'll take a look at it right there. Move my R3 to a R2. Okay, we came down, came up in profit, ate into our unprofitable day, and did so while reducing our stress levels. So that's solid. That is good. Why is this not over here on YouTube? Why can I never see this when I go? All right, let me go over here. I'm going to go to YouTube Studio and come over here and go to content. You'd think I would have figured this out by now. You really think, oh, there it is. Okay, let's go here and go here. Just doesn't refresh on the other page. All right, let me see. Back to channel content. All right. There we go. Stand firm. All right, whatever. Okay, let's go right here. Here we're going to try one more time. Okay, right over here. The beginning of my live streams on YouTube are particularly bad. The last one, I didn't start talking for 9 minutes, so something was messed up there for 9 minutes. There we go. All right, this is it here, and then we have to mute this. There we go. All right, this is it here. There we go. All right. Okay, 19 people watching over there. All right. Give me a quick one in the chat for picture and sound in YouTube, and then we're good to go. All right. So if you've, I'm sure most folks have watched markets on these Fed meetings. If you haven't, you're in for probably a little bit of a fun ride. It's always a mixed bag as to when the. By the way, I see that this mic is right in front of my face, my beautiful face. All right, whatever. You don't need to see my face. Lighting's terrible. So we're gonna get some movement, and it's generally across the board. So there's a couple ways to do this. For most traders, I would suggest you kind of sit out the whole thing, or at least until a little bit into the press conference. Market picks kind of a direction, and then often we'll explore wide ranges kind of there. So keep that in mind. What we got going on is no change from this morning, essentially. So the S&P is in a bear neutral just below T-line there in a nice range here between those highs that offer zone's pretty thin. It's up there. Let's call it 49, 56-ish area. And then below 4,900 is the mid part of our bid zone, 48.99. Let's call it 4,900. And I am hoping for kind of a little scare the children move to the downside in everything so I can sell a little bit more downside puts, especially in the treasuries. So checking in with the treasuries here, the short end on the 2-year is coming in off this really nice extreme turn. Still outside day up. We broke out of this area here, so we're trading 102, 255s there. ZN traders, I'm resting an order at T-line, which is coming in at 111, 195, and then down there, one tick above prior session low, which is 111, 115, and then new highs that have to come up and get me at 112 spot 220. I would be pretty surprised if we didn't see, even though we've popped nicely from the action yesterday, I'd be pretty surprised if it was a muted reaction. We know exactly what the policy is going to be, which is no change, but how the press conference goes and what the text of the announcement is, all that stuff adds to it. Should I hold my short NQ? We're not. Nothing here is trading advice. Please look both ways before crossing the street. If you knew the difference between good advice and bad advice, you wouldn't need any. Don't eat yellow snow. I'm going to stay in a few positions, but they're only micros, so we only trade micros here. Unless you have a very large account, you shouldn't be trading MNQ anyway. If you have $16,000 to set to $25,000 per contract, let me say this again. If you have $16,000 to $25,000 per contract, having a $100,000 prop account is laughable. That is a $3,000 account or maybe a $2,500 account. It's a $3,000 account only if you're willing to lose the entire account. So to be properly capitalized to trade the NQ, you need about $20,000 to $25,000 per contract. The initial maintenance margin is $15,800 right now. So keep that in mind. I'm only resting micros into this number. And on the... Oh, hold on. Can't speak to you right now. Okay, hold on a second here. There we go, and here we go. All right, so we have 5 more minutes till we hit. Oh, it was rhetorical. Okay. All right, Steve's over there on YouTube. Thanks. So YouTube's working okay. I know that the lighting, from what I can tell, is pretty bad, but that doesn't matter. You're not here for studio quality lighting. Although I have studio quality lighting, I just don't set it up properly. All right, it's time for a little bite of the frittata, and then we can watch the fireworks here together. I make the best frittatas at my gym. Nothing like having somebody chew in your ear. If you're unaware, you can get a lot more resources about who we are and what we do here over on tradersdevgroup.com. So if you're just joining just for today because you got an email and you're on our list for some reason, make sure you get access to all the free resources. The first one is that you can come back and try this room out for 2 weeks with a little bit more full access by hitting the Try TDG right there. Make sure you grab the Futures Fanatic course. It's a 30-video course. It's completely free, so check that all out. If you have any other kind of questions, you can certainly ask them here in the room. Also, we have a full help library that is my pride and joy. I spend a lot of time creating tutorials and stuff for our help library. I think it's one of the most comprehensive ones out there, so check that out as well. What you'll be looking at on the screen is mostly just me trading on NinjaTrader connected to one of the prop accounts. This morning we traded some of these over here on Tradeovate. All the platforms that are connected right now that you'll be seeing are a combination of TradingView, Trade of 8, and NinjaTrader. Those are all essentially connected at this point because Ninja owns Trade of 8, and Trade of 8 is what you use to connect to TradingView for most traders. You can see right here on the screen, I am resting orders at what we would call our +1, which is the top of the offer zone here, and our -1, which is at the -2, +2, -2. So you can kind of think of that as, what did she say? Hold on. All right, 2 more minutes till the fireworks. What I will be doing is watching treasuries via the ZN. The ZT usually reacts a little bit more. That's the short end. And in about 30 seconds, you're going to start seeing these brick wicks, which are the modified Renkos on the chart on the right. They'll start to look like a hamster on meth. The EKG of a hamster on meth. This cycle, I haven't really been watching gold, but gold will have a move here too. Put in an extreme turn, looked a lot like all right, T minus. Those that have been in the room or are members, I always laugh at the fact that I wouldn't even know what. First of all, I'm not very technical, but can you imagine that all these quants and everything that are out there, they're told they have to write some sort of programs that react to all this stuff and all the logic, and then in just a moment, all these algorithms are just going to bang into each other. All right, so original reaction slightly to the upside. Now, there you go. There's the fun. Rates up, popping a little bit, so the ZN down. Get filled on maybe another Nazi there, who knows? Hopefully it goes without saying that the only way to enter in these types of market conditions is with limit orders. And the good thing about what we do here is we have strategies that have levels. And those levels are generally flat ass lines. You can put little envelopes around them. You can draw zones, things like that. But we're using volatility bands in the strategy on the right. And we're using volume profile with a 30-minute on the strategy on the left. The two are complementary. And I could quite literally teach you the entry criteria in 30 seconds. So the entry criteria is we buy the bid zone, take profits at VWAP. So now I'm going to rest an order up here at VWAP. Anyone mess around with trying to pick up some of that ZN on the drop? If it had gotten to value area low, which is 111.290, or to 2 ticks below that at the breakout level, prior session high, I might have taken a little speculative long there, but didn't really make sense.
Order filled.
So at one point this morning, we were down a little over 300 points, change from close in the NASDAQ. See if we get down and do a little scare the children to the downside there. Remember, we still have a decent amount of big tech NASDAQ earnings left in the week. I believe Amazon, Facebook, Apple all report, I think, tomorrow. Do we have any big tech earning today? I don't know if we have anything today. That 308 is just like a swing level from earlier. That'll probably get hit. If you wanted to be more conservative, you buy the 286s, which is the green line down there.
Order submitted.
Guys are quiet. How's everyone doing? I imagine most people are JOMOing. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're JOMOing. Do you guys know what that is? The JOMO? It's different than the FOMO. Flat and JOMO. That's what I would be doing too. Yeah, we all know what JOMO is. Up $200 on 1 micro. There we go. So Rick held that short, got rewarded. Got rewarded.
Order filled.
See if we can come up there and kiss the VWAP. Is this a live account? The ones you're watching on the screen are an evaluation account from what do you call it? From ETF, Elite Trader Funding. This one right here, if you want to, is Rod long or short? What's the answer? Is Rod long or short? Is he long or short? Nope, that's not the answer. Both. Well, it depends. In real life, I'm short. So there's in real life. You can just switch to whatever account's making money. See, that's how I do it. That's how I create the voodoo. No, honestly, I'm net long because I sold 450 calls. So the 450 calls are now 110, 20-ish in the money. So I hedge those out a little bit by being short a little bit of inventory and trying to get super lucky by trading around it. Over here in demo land, that question was from YouTube. So we got our fill here. Now this is definitely in graceful exit mode. It kind of immediately went against me. So let's see if that can pop up there. We'll switch back to this account and we'll just add a little bit more here.
Order submitted.
You don't want to be doing this at home. At home, you pick a horse. It is helpful. Oh, boom. Just hit VWAP there. Okay, what's going on here? Now I can't F around with this.
Order filled.
Nice little move there. Let's sell one of these.
Order filled.
All right, so this account right here, I don't know, can you guys see that on the screen? Or no, you can't. My head is in the way. Let me make this a little smaller. I'm going to make myself far smaller. There we go. Like way down here. There we go. Like you can barely see me now. Can you see me now? But it's almost ridiculous even to have the camera on when it looks like that. Let me move it over here. Hold on. I'm going to move it over here and go like this. There we go. It's a little better. All right. So account number 1 right here. By the way, this entire workspace that you're seeing, including this really nice setup for the market analyzer, I'm very biased, but I think it's a nice setup for the market analyzer. Extra points to anyone who ever puts in their market analyzer when we ask for some PLP porn. So this account right here, account 1, is a real live account. Still traded the TDG way. Started every month with about 5. This month I'm going to take out all the profits, which are, at this point is about $780. Excuse me. I'm going to take out the profits above 10,000. And then this is our ETF account here, which I'm going to get back in this zone here. And then let's switch back to this bad boy and see if we can get another fill here.
Order submitted.
All right. So there we go. We covered that. 17,166 is the target downside low of OPEX day. Okay. On what we're doing here, the target for the stay in your lane would be the 286. You just look to get extended target. Awesome. That's well below our rule of projection low for the day. It's totally random, but I would have thought that sell pressure would have at least broken us out of these ranges, but it hasn't done anything. I mean, the key for me is I just look at the Treasuries. Since the Treasuries are still inside this range and actually pushing a little lower, let me just get an order in here and here on the ZT in case we get another little spike. Spike in rates, I mean, so a drop here. So we'll go in like that. There we go. All right. You can watch on a larger TV. Yeah, that's cool. I think you can project your anything on your computer to a TV anyway. It's a fancy thing you could do. Jonathan, solid. It's a nice day. I love it. I gotta tell you, if I could make a frittata like they make there, all right, Nazi, let's make up your mind. Lower, higher, I don't really care. Yeah, let's give a golf clap for John posting a little. We call that P&L porn. That's what we call it. You know what? I'll get this thing to go down. I'll buy a little bit more funny money here. Come on.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order submitted.
That's valid area to buy in here. It's all these little swing levels, these little green swing levels. The higher probability, though, is when we get into the bid zone. If you've blown accounts with micros, nothing is safe. But if you blown an account, it has nothing to do with the product. It has to do with not respecting a risk budget. You can trade minis with a risk budget. If you have a $250 risk budget and you want to throw around a single ES, be at it. Your stop is 5 points. That's it. So if you can manage to do that, I mean, it's essentially impossible, but you could try. And if your risk budget is any more than 10% of your account value for accounts less than 15,000, anytime I'm saying things like that, I mean real cash accounts. Remember, none of the prop accounts have balances anywhere close to 15,000 or 10,000 or 5,000. All right. So we don't blow up accounts here. I have 100 Apex accounts over here that have all been passed, and I am going to cancel this one. So for those, Steve said trade it for charity, whatever. This one right here is passed, 53,000. I'm going to cancel it. I just pass them and cancel it. I'm only going to fund 10 of these, and then I probably won't trade them, but we'll get 10 of them funded just so people want to see the little PA in front of them. All right, here we go. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. It's a sex machine. Come on up. Let's see if the S&P. Look at that. We're like the best ever. It's just too easy to be long these markets. You just have to essentially spend most of your time long. Pete's asking a good question if I suggest using multiple accounts with a trade copier. So our trade advocate, Brad, who you can get a hold of by looking at the alerts at the top of the screen if you're in the room. If you're on YouTube, this won't make any sense. I could put the link over there on YouTube, but, you know, there's Brad, B-Rad. So good guy to talk to if you have, let me answer your question, but he's putting together really, really great program where we're going to sort of categorize where people are on their, you know, very overused cliche word in trading, your journey. Where are you on your journey? When I use the word journey, it usually refers to mushrooms, and I can tell you where I'm at on my journey depending on the dose. But if we're talking about trading journeys, then, by the way, there's another target hit on the...
Order filled.
So now we're up to 453 here and 365 over here. So it's all going according to plan for right now. We could screw it up at any time. So these various levels, you know, we could also try, Brad, if you want to come on the mic, just come on the mic. Maybe you can describe it. But there's going to be these various levels. And we're thinking of the first one being you got to pass one account, just one. I mean, there's so many people that are in all kinds of categories, have never passed, have passed and then blown up their live account, have passed numerous ones and never gotten a payout, or passed and gotten a payout. So there's various categories, right? Or I guess another category is have never participated in a prop program. So I guess that'd be like 5 categories. So this is how I answer questions. I just ramble and then I get to the point. And here's the point. Until you have paid for one of these accounts, start with a smaller one, traded through the entire thing using micros. My suggestion is start with the Dow Jones. Passed, keeping your emotional capital score low. You will if you join our group. And then taking a payout. Then and only then should you buy more accounts and start with trade copying and all these other kinds of things. Because what's the purpose of copying something until you know what you're doing, right? It's garbage in, garbage out. So there you go. That was the answer to the question. So if you have already passed, then have at it. So, sorry, passed and got a payout. Passed and got a payout. So you need to be in this category right here of, see, we're a group that actually does stuff like this. Look, you know, Bullnox sent you money. So we celebrate not only those, but we celebrate the certificates. Okay.
I joined you on the mic.
Oh, you joined me on the mic. All right there. Can everyone hear okay? I don't have the headset on, so maybe we're going to get an echo when you talk, but...
I've got my headset on.
Oh, you got your headset on. Okay. Is there an echo, or does it sound okay?
I don't hear an echo.
Oh, my goodness. We're really cooking with gas here. All right, Brad, I'm going to pause. Why don't we really make this like interactive and cool? I am going to stop. Do you want to share your screen? Show what your trading is for today, or what? What do you want to do? Or do you want? Why don't you first just describe this sort of journeyman level that I was describing, the vision that we have for it, and I'll mute the mic and you can talk a little bit.
All right. Let me share the screen, and that'll be probably the easiest. All right, can you see that screen? Wait a minute, here we go. There it is now. Okay, we've been working on as Traders Development Group. We're looking at these levels, and when you first come in on Futures Fanatic, you're a fanatic in trading, so you're going through the education, coaching, training, practice level. We recommend that you look at a prop account to do that, and just like Rod was saying, you achieve level X when you successfully qualified one prop account and have taken a monthly withdrawal of $1,000 or the first withdrawal of $1,000. At that point, definitely the replicator is doing the same thing to the levels above. So at that point, you are You're trading the same always. You're trading that small micro level with the low emotional capital, and you're just real strategically building that account. With these prop accounts, you definitely have to get, once they're a funded account, you have to get up above a what they call a safety zone. So the safety zone takes you from like a $25,000 account. You have to be up above $26,600. So I use on that little zone there. Let's see here. We can kind of speak to it right here. This is a picture of that zone. So like a $25,000 account, you've got a max trailing drawdown that follows. So you have to get up to a certain level, this 26,600 level. I kind of use 27 as my rule of thumb on the buffer. And as you then trade that account up to the 28,000, that's where a point that you can take a withdrawal from this account. Now this example is using Bullinox, which is similar to Apex. They have the first three minimum withdrawals from an account is $1,000. So I use the 28,000 as an opportunity to pull that money and then put it right back down in the safety zone and have it ready for the next leg. And across the bottom here, we're looking at days. So you can see over 90 days, I mean, you can go through a funded account and you can spend time growing it, getting it up to those thresholds, taking 2 to 3 weeks or however long. I mean, it varies for all of us, depending on how we trade and what we do. But once we get above that safety level, then the goal is to trade it to that potential threshold and then take that withdrawal. So it's very doable. They do have requirements on 10 days between withdrawals. So you can kind of see this is day 26. Each block is a week or a trading week of 5 trading days. So you can kind of see that level. The key thing that most people forget is when you're in qualification mode, you can be cavalier, you can do all kinds of different things to kind of quickly pass an account so you get it qualified. The thing is, once you move it over into a funded account, all of a sudden, if you're still trading like you are when you do a qualified account, you're just more vulnerable. And so I like to say, hey, do not, once it's funded, this is the goose that lays the golden eggs. Don't screw with it. Just like a business plan, just like an investment in a business, whether that's a piece of equipment or an asset, this is now an asset. Once you fund this account, you don't pay for it any longer. You pay an upfront fee, but once you funded it, now you take care of it, and then you grow and you start to multiply. So that's my overview. I'm building more on this. We will have a webinar and examples of putting together a plan of action and things like that. So we also go by our P&L EC scorecards. So this is some things that we help us visually and mentally manage our daily risk budgets and also our green and plus days. Questions, Rod, or that's kind of my quick
Sure, you can. So I just want to point out what was being shown is not being shown on YouTube because I can't simultaneously share sections of different screens. So those no, that's fine. So those that are in our room all saw it. Yeah, so we're putting together some really great, I should say Brad is putting together some really fantastic tools. We got some other good tracking tools that I've seen being used in the room. Of course, there are the trade journals like Trader View, that's Trader VUE. But the point that I want to mention about that is twofold. First is, this is not some projected pie in the sky bullshit at all. We have dozens of members that are doing this and putting into practice, okay? So the quote, this stuff works. You don't have to do it the exact same way. The only thing you have to do is manage your risk budget. But there are no excuses anymore for blowing up accounts. If you're blowing up accounts and you're constantly in a state of stress and all this nonsense, you're just doing it wrong. So you don't have to come to our group, but please, I implore you, stop giving money to Apex and Top Step and Elite Trader Funding and Take Profit Trader and Lilu and all these things. Even though it feels like $20 here, $100 there for a reset, whatever, it's toxic, and you're building a toxic behavior by doing that. You are trading a very small account. Learn how to trade a very small account properly. As soon as you can trade one small account properly, then you can trade that same small account by using a copier, and now you're going acorns to oak trees. You put in place a plan that can really turn these into ATMs. The second thing is what Brad had mentioned about treating your funded account as sacred. No, treat your funded account the same way you treated your evaluation accounts. By that I mean, don't treat your evaluation accounts like a bozo, because you're never going to be able to make that transition. Some of the greatest learning that some members of our group have done is when they take their evaluations into a deep drawdown and earn their way out of that drawdown. Earn their way out of that drawdown back to even, and then fund that account without going, well, I'm only $300 away, so screw it, my subscription renewal. By the way, you have me to thank for the fact that your subscription renews and resets your account for free. Literally, you have me to thank. Told Michael to do that way back in the day at Top Step. Now every firm does it. So great. Now here's the thing that sucks. Half you bozos, and I'm not referring to any of you, of course, but maybe half of you bozos are still paying for resets. When your frickin' account resets, if you can't even sit on your hands till your subscription renews, what are you doing? Stop participating in these programs if that's the behavior. And then don't blame it on your mental game, or go listen to Jared, whatever the hell his name is, or read some book or whatever. You don't need to do any of that. You simply just need to marry a high probability trading strategy with practice, with honoring your daily risk budget. That is all you have to do. You want to know, I'm going to make a bold statement. There is an effing holy grail. The holy grail of trading is to combine those three things. You combine those three things and you have found the holy grail. But most people are not willing to put in the time or listen to or watch people that have done this before. And the fact that most people out there suck. They suck especially for these prop programs, because they're overlaying completely different trading strategies for essentially everybody that trades minis in these programs is highly over leveraged and will never succeed long term. I'm going to say that again. Highly over leveraged and will never succeed long term. Does that mean that some people can't run up a $50,000 or $100,000 balance from a $3,000 risk budget and then take a huge payout and go on their merry way? Sure, one in 10,000, but that's not putting the odds in your favor. So anyway, what's the YouTube link for this stream? I can drop that in there. It's over here. It's going on live right now as well if you want to drop out of the room. Oops, damn it. Sorry. It's right here. I get going on my little soapbox stuff. So I did not allow for anyone to ask a question if someone has a question for Brad. Yeah, Jonathan's saying I had to learn the hard way. There's a lot of people that still feel that they have to do that. They just have to, I don't in any way, shape, or form want to make this analogous to real issues in people's lives, drug and alcohol addiction and other kinds of things. But for some reason, there's some part of human nature which feels like we need to hit rock bottom before we can pick ourselves up. You do not have to hit rock bottom in this. One of the things that I take pride in, the only reason I got back into training and education after, building a multi-million dollar training education company as a silent partner, I wasn't the guy in front of the camera, thank God, is because I was like, when the micros launched, the stock index micros launched in 2019, I'm like, I know I can help people now. I know I can teach people now. And this was even before, the only prop program around at the time was Top Step and 1UP. All these weren't even there yet. So it was 1UP, Top Step, and then all those the Forex nonsense and bullshit. So if you are not taking advantage of these products, given the size of these accounts, then you're not doing it right.
Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, so enough about that. So the comment is, this is the first group where everyone seemed calm and relaxed. We are. Not only that, it's a group where, there's 121 people in here right now, so not huge, not thousands, but And people are respectful, and they cheer on their fellow trader, and people feel comfortable posting that they made or lost $50 across a couple accounts. And then of course we have people that are well beyond that. But all this great stuff that Brad is putting together is absolutely a path, a journey that you can put yourself on that's realistic. Because all these other things I see about grow your account to this and then add a contract, or grow your account to this and then add that stuff is all, first of all, don't try to grow a trading account. Why are you doing that? What in the world are you growing a trading account for? Futures are highly levered. You have all the leverage you need with these small accounts. As long as you respect a daily risk budget, you have all the leverage you need to put up ridiculous percentage returns, ridiculous absolute dollars returns, then pay yourself. And if you want to put that money in a long-term investment, that's how you get wealthy. You compound your investments. You day trade for daily income or weekly or monthly income. So that's the formula. Any questions for Brad? Okay. Yes. That's our gift. That's another reason that you might consider hanging out with us, is that our gift game is very strong. Very strong. All right, back in what's going on in the world of this thing here is I have gotten in a couple positions now that are, let me see here. Yeah, the Nasdaq's giving back a decent amount of the profits here, but I ain't mad at it. See if we can get another fill a little lower. Powell should be speaking here pretty soon. Yeah, Pete's sharing some. There are going to be a lot of stories like that. And the other thing that I don't think is productive, we have where's that screenshot? Well, there was a screenshot that we had that someone grabbed from the Apex Facebook group, where some guy said he had, and I don't want to try to exaggerate this, I believe, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember who posted it, but some guy said he had paid for 800 evaluations and then he finally passed. And most of the feedback was, hey, dude, way to stick with it. Congratulations. And then someone else said, I'm on my 300th. And I was just like, whoa. So many thoughts on that. But what Pete's sharing about being close from a withdrawal and then blowing up and falling off the wagon and all these other things, that's because the foundation that you were using, and I can speak for it, I just know because it's the foundation that everyone is using. You're not going through the evaluation process properly, so that when you then get into the area where it's somewhat more real, it all seems to change. The analogy that I was using for a while is you're playing in the minor leagues in AA and AAA, and there they gave you five strikes. Well, eventually, if you get 5 strikes, your batting average is going to be a lot better. You're going to get on base a lot more. You're going to hit some home runs. You're going to look like a great prospect. And then you come up to the major leagues and like, oh, no, sorry, son. Here you get 3 strikes. You get 3 strikes, and then you're out. And you don't get to come up again in the 3rd or 4th inning. You get to go back in that dugout and wait for your bus ticket and then get back down to AAA. And yet all these people are treating these things like that, and then wondering why when they're in a different situation, when they have the quote-unquote PA account or master account or whatever, at various pro account is what it's called at Take Profit. They're wondering why, oh my goodness, why can I not seem to do it, or why am I acting differently, All right, let's take another one here.
Order filled. Order canceled.
And then we will get back in here.
Order submitted.
Yeah, Palace started talking. Time for another bite of the frittata. So we're here every trading day from 9:15 Eastern Standard Time to about 11 Eastern, every single trading day. And this is all I will ever offer or sell. There will be courses and support materials and training, and there's indicators, and there's some various things, but none of that is for sale. It's all included in the one thing that you should consider doing, which is invest in yourself by investing in a mentor. I want to be the mentor to you guys on a one-to-many basis. This is not like coaching or anything like that. I'm in here every day with one purpose, to show you that I will trade in front of you every single day using this exact style and never blow up and never even get close to freaking out about anything. I was joking this morning about how nervous I was about, I watch these guys at Top Step, and I really want to try to get a relationship going with Top Step again, because they have the biggest audience. Their program is actually pretty good. And I do like D. I'm friendly with D, and I'm friendly with some of the others, but they're all doing it fucking wrong. They are all doing it wrong. So they're just doing it wrong. I mean, literally, I listen to them as they trade. These are professional traders who are then going, oh, well, this and that, and my R to R, and my this and that, and my this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, is that really going through your head right now? How about just put an order on this line right here and have walk forward tested that enough times that you can operate just like a computer for the most part, with all the other advantages of being able to be situationally fluent in the heat of battle. They have no system at all, and their education is terrible. And they screwed up these programs from the very beginning. And now, look, I'm a huge fan of all of them, and I'm an affiliate of all of them, so I don't want you to think that I'm talking from both sides of my mouth. I welcome your resets. I make money. Hit the button like a drunk monkey. I frankly don't care, because I'm out there putting out content that if people gravitate towards it, you can change your speculative life. If you don't want to, no problem. Hit the button like a drunk monkey. Listen to the fact that they still defend the now we're starting to move. They still defend the idea of the notional value of these accounts, and they won't change them. The one thing that's been great is that they changed the funded account dashboard. Who has a funded account at Top Step? The funded account dashboard now actually shows, what a surprise, it shows the actual balance of the account. So it starts at 0 and it grows to whatever you have. That's what the evaluation account should look like too. Maybe that would make people go, well, hell, I'm starting to, by the way, I guess, so now we're having a pretty good day. Just a second here.
Order filled. Order submitted.
The other thing you'll notice about this style, and this comes up all the time, is that I don't have a stop for any of these. I just have re-entries. Now, does that mean you should trade without stops on each individual trade? No, I'm not saying that. We'll teach and talk about how to have your stops be dynamic, your trade management be more innate and authentic and organic and dynamic. But ultimately, this is all being done under the context of a risk budget. So you'll always see that I have targets, and then very often I'll have re-entries. This is the nature of not only mean reversion trading, this is true professional trading, which is what drives me crazy about there are no pros that trade all in, all out in every situation. There are some, but what do we call pro? I don't know. I know all the home gamers that are really good at this, and they all have some variation of price exploration, price discovery. By the way, as we're talking, as Pal's talking, we're getting some really nice two-way action. I'm sure you guys are seeing it. I mean, it's like a,
submitted.
it's
Order
really nice.
filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order canceled.
Anyone buying these dips? They're definitely defending. They're defending the reaction price. I mean, there hasn't been any significant exploration price discovery outside of that. So, caution on your shorts. All right, I'm going to take another one of these.
Order filled.
These right here. Now this -2, the green line right here, 48.95, just sits right there, and
Order canceled.
I'll wait for some extended targets up here. That's right. That did sound like some health food, right? There's a funny comedian that he had this thing where he's like, these products that say our mission and our, these health bars or new products, everyone puts their mission on there and their promise, their mission, their promise. So rates dropping, helping the stocks as well. So you can see popping from the treasuries. ZT really is having a nice move. So on this last NASDAQ, I'm actually going to just keep a piece of inventory on and not run a sell stop
Order submitted.
so that I can just scale in again.
Order submitted.
There's no right or wrong way to do this. You could certainly run a sell stop on that as well. All right, so we're now up to pretty healthy. I have a long M2K here as well. I'm just going to take that one off.
Filled.
Rebuy the lows here.
Order submitted.
That's right. Mission, vision, values. Our story. For the VWAP standard bands in the file section, are there some special settings? I don't know. I've never used them. So I highly recommend that people just buy NinjaTrader or have a license to NinjaTrader so that you can use the order flow VWAP inside there. Or you can use the free ones on TradingView and just have a TradingView chart up. That's a little hard if you're trading on something else. But remember, the values are right there in the indicator. Or actually, if you don't have it, then you don't know. So the indicator settings here, but they're in the cheat sheet, so you can look at them there too. But so the multiplier here is just 1. So you just put in 1. So just make sure that the multiplier always says 1. I think it's 1 1. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I believe that he built that with the same settings, default settings as over on TradingView. That's why he named it the same thing. He just coded something on TradingView. I'm just going to close this here as we touch plus 2s over here on TradingView. What a nice move. I mean, at this point, all right, just hit target already,
Order
so
canceled.
we're out. We're out. Yeah. Burrell, very technical looking screens, very complicated. Oh no, this is easy as hell. It really is. It's easy as hell. But what if you got going, if you're respecting a daily risk budget for active day trading, and look at this MES, that was a nice trade. Let's take this last one off at developing value area right here, 49.25, and then we'll be good to go.
Order filled.
We had some red this morning, a little tricky. We had some smaller days. A couple of you guys had some big R days, and then you traded them into a small R, which is not a good habit, but you know, we'll let you slide every once in a while. You guys want to place your bets on whether everything goes green for the day? Even the NASDAQ, maybe. Right back up to my sell put zone, baby. So, live accounts now up.
Order filled.
Up nicely. Ooh, what's going on there?
Order filled.
Well, whatever Pal's saying, it's working. Look at this Dow. We're resting order here at
Order submitted.
38,701s and then a new high by a tick, 38,717s. Did I miss any other questions here? See? Our meme game is strong here. Our gift and our meme game. Super strong. I need this NASDAQ to go down a little bit now. Just a little bit. My pin is 450. There ain't no way we're going to be right at 17,450 2 days from now, but a guy can dream. More one-day evals starting tonight. All right. Trade them up, Buttercup. So I'm flat in the prop accounts, but I am essentially net long the NASDAQ pretty heavy. I now have a 6 lot on of the short calls with just a 2 lot short. This 2 lot short is showing as down $400, which is a bummer. So we might add to that in a second. I think we're ready for a boredom short here on the Dow.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
It should be right there. Look at that scale in. Come get me. Careful what you wish for. Come get me. All right. Time to dip back in over here. Why not?
Order filled.
Don't be doing this. Don't be buying the offer
Order
zone.
submitted.
Not recommended.
Order submitted.
Do whatever you want.
Order filled.
Do 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 do.
Order submitted.
Do 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 do. Still short from 465s. Yeah, 465 is a good short, man. That's plus twos. Stay short, but scale out a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't know. How about hit 419 as a scale? Try that. See how that works. Scaled out too. I like it. I like it. Dow definitely came in. Who's short the Dow? I just missed. I was late to the party. Late to the party. I think we get another bite at the apple.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
Maybe we get another bite at the apple. Yeah, I think they if they're going to do the one-day thing back again, I thought they just announced yesterday. I can't keep up with what Apex is doing. They just announced the other day that they, or today I think, that they were back to 71 and then... All right, here we go down. It's kind of good. We're below 450. This is very helpful. Very helpful. There we go. There we go. Okay, we'll get back in at
Order submitted.
730 at 375s. Try that. All right. Did I miss any questions here? So I answered Espresso's question about the VWAP settings. I don't exactly know over there, but try to set your each standard deviation to 1. And let me just show you this over here. The reason these levels are slightly different is because here we have right here, and you go to here. This is one spot, 128, 201, 251. Now, I don't use any third or fourth deviation, so we're just talking about, I don't know why that's 201. This is the default, the way the guy set it up, so I didn't change it. 128. And then I believe that the guy that wrote ours for Ninja just took these exact same settings. So if yours is set to 128, go and change it to 1, and then it'll look more like what we have on Ninja. Well, I made the absolute least amount of money I could on this one, right? Count summary. What did I make? $59. I freaking rule, man. $59.
Order filled.
Order filled. What did I get filled on? Oh, MES long again. Here we go. Now they're talking it down.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
You believe there's like all kinds of computers that are literally listening to everything he's saying and then they react to it? It's really funny. All right. Let me know if you guys got any questions. Remember, one-to-many mentoring. Sure, let's go with that.
Order filled.
We do have entire discussions on the power of quitting and the fact that we're not really talking about profit goals as opposed to risk budgets. Profits will take care of themselves, and eventually you'll develop the skills to understand when and how you lean in, and when and how and why you call it quits. It's not always perfect, but you want to have weekly and monthly profit goals, daily risk budgets, and then the math will all kind of work out. Because in order to ever increase your risk budget, you don't increase your risk budget by increasing the size of your account. Why? Because what I told you before is day trading accounts are not meant to be grown. Day trading accounts are meant to get to the size that allows you to trade ultimately big enough to hit your income goals. They have to be reasonable income goals relative to your skill set. But the only way that you increase your risk budget is, again, not by increasing the size of your account. You increase your risk budget by having profitable days that exceed your risk budget. So in 25 trading days, if you had anything more than one large R day, that's unacceptable. You can have maybe one every 25 trading days. You can have 5 or 10 small R days. As you get better, you shouldn't. Steve, can you pop in here again what you posted way before earlier today? It's like way up there, but so we have a member of the group that I think put in like 20 or 30. I don't know if you want to post it again if you're here. I don't even know if you're here. But back to the point. If your risk budget is $250 and you want to ever increase that, you better see in your trade results 3, 4, 5 days that exceed your risk budget. Because everybody knows how to eat like a bird and shit like an elephant. You got to reverse that formula. So in the account that you see here on the screen, the risk budget in this account is $1,500. I won't ever eat anywhere close to into it, but it's $1,500 risk budget. And that's conservative because I can put up 25, 3,000, 5,000 trading micros and treasuries in this account on a frequent basis if I apply myself. The balance of this account right now is $7,300. So in a $7,300 account, I'm doing about a 20% risk budget. All right, final question from me. I have 3 PAs. It's always tempting to cycle back to sales, but have resisted. I have not taken a payout for a while, so these are basically new and consider them virgin. Advice for my stage. Brad, why don't you chime in? I'd like people that are closer to this process to give, or anybody else, any members, anybody else, provide some feedback there. My take is, again, if you go through the process kind of our way, and I understand you got there how you got there, maybe the reason that you're not doing other trials, which is great. You don't need backup accounts. There's a lot of people doing all this stuff with backup accounts. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I mean, Bullnox just did a sale the other day where the things were like $15 or something. So if you want to buy 5 for $15 and have, backups at another firm or all this, it gets a little complicated, but I was mentioning this before. The transition from your evaluation process to building up a balance and then taking a payout should be a flow state. It should feel natural. It should just be the same. But no, Rod, now it's real. I just can't this, that, and the other. No. That's a result of you not going through the process the right way. And don't try to convince yourself that your mental state is different and that's why you can't think of it that way. No. It's not. If you come through with the right foundation and the right skills and practice, it's not a mental game. It's not a self-discovery experiment. Here we coming on back down. See if we can get a fill at... It's all nonsense. Total nonsense. Find a trading strategy that suits your personality. I'd like the one where I'm constantly unsure of myself and losing a lot.
Order filled.
That suits my personality. There you go. Consider the levels that make work best for you, but take profits regularly. I like that. You know what I like about that? Much more concise. If I had answered that in the chat, I probably would have not.
Order filled.
All right, we're back in the MES now, getting a little nice volatility to the downside. Who's still short the Dow? Now we can place some orders down here. Maybe we get full cycle here on the Dow. That would be awesome. I missed it up there.
Order submitted.
Give me one in the chat if you're short the Dow. You held for that whole move. That is very nice. Sweet. My take on the psychology is it's just for elite. It helps. We could just use the athlete analogy. I mention this all the time. You get to the level of being an elite athlete, then yes, the mental game gives you that necessary edge. But the challenge is guys are just going out there and duffing all over the course. You have no swing mechanics. You par a hole and then you put up a 10. You hit a good drive, and then you shank it, your second shot, into a lake. And then you're frustrated, and you're like, I hate this game. But at no point, I think, do golfers like that. Now, some of them will go, I just need new clubs, right? But at no point do they go, you know what's wrong with my golf game? Is I need to hire a trading coach. I need to read a book on golf psychology.
Order filled.
All right, now we're moving south. I think I'm going to get a fill on.
Order filled.
Get a fill over here. Kind of need the NASDAQ to stop going down, but I'm not really sure it's going to. Looks like sellers got us into the bid zone. See what we do in the bid zone here.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, I'm going to take off this M2K that got a nice little fill there because I'm already...
Order submitted.
Oh, missed it. Come on. All right, this I just want to close
Order filled.
because we're coming down to here probably. I don't need any more. No more with the M2K. All right, long the Dow Jones. So now the lip reading algorithms have decided, let's sell. It's actually good. You can watch this big red number here on the screen and know that it's all under control. Oh, I love that. That's pretty sweet.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, long the ZT. Look at rates popping there. And I think I got long the... No, I did not get long the ZN. So we're long the ZT.
Order submitted.
See if we get a little nice volatility there. Okie dokie.
Order filled. Order submitted.
What is going on here? Now
Order filled.
I'm having some computer problems. Nice sell-off now. You'd be kind of blown up if you had minis. Look, I still have a nice short here. I'm holding this. I don't know where to... I should probably run a buy stop on this, but maybe we push a little lower. In this case, I can sell a move back up to the plus twos. Yeah, in my live accounts, I'm net long and short. So I have short calls, which are a long position, and then I'm short the underlying. Short the underlying. See if the Dow is going to pop a little bit here. It's right at T-line, so there's another ad here at T-line.
Order filled.
And target on that will be at prior sessions VPOC. Getting some headlines here. Headlines. I would like a little pop out of the NASDAQ because I do need to put on some more short inventory here. The ZT is in modest profit, not... ZB's come down off its highs from the 122.20s. ZN All right, so that quick pop there
Order filled.
is sellable for me, and now I'll take one here.
Order submitted.
If we get back down to, looks like we got back inside the zone. Dow Jones gives me a little opportunity to, I'm not, the demo account is effed up right now. So can't quite handle. You guys seeing the same thing? This is my ETF Rhythmic connection, but I'm connected to CQG first, but I had a sell limit in there, and now it just got filled, so there's a little bit of a lag. All right, I'm going to be buying the retest of lows here,
Order submitted.
and then hold this 2 lot on the MES.
Order submitted.
Again, everything is well within the risk budget. There's no ads, no ads, except now that we got back down to there. Doot 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 doot. Come on down to the lows again. Would be pretty nice. All right, I'm going to scalp this ZT here. I'm trading a couple of these same positions in another bigger live account there. This is where I'm resting my short order right here. So have to take a little graceful exit on the ETF one here.
Order submitted.
I don't love it, but
Order filled.
there's a lag going on. Exactly. This is why. This is why I hope everyone can see that there is no possible way you could trade this style, which I do trade this style. I trade this style with 6 to 10 full minis across it, but I have a very large account for that. Okay? That's the only way you can do it. Otherwise, you look at this massive red number on your screen and you'll be freaking the F out. No point in that drop on the NASDAQ was I even close to my risk budget in that account. And partially the reason for that is that I was up $700 or $800 before that fall even began to happen.
Order canceled.
Order
Order submitted.
I'm getting greedy here. I'm looking for a drop back outside the zone, but may not happen. All right, I'm taking one here.
Order filled.
There we go. I'll take one there.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
The ATR, which is the average true range on the NASDAQ, the reason we're here trading today is because of this known event, right? We knew that there's a higher probability we're going to get some wackiness. You can have wackiness on any given day. There was a day a couple weeks ago where the NASDAQ just fell like 300 points in the afternoon. And then after the fact, it was some excuse about a bond auction or lack thereof or something. So remember, that's why we're here today is for this. But today is already outside the expected bounds, which is what you might expect could happen. So the ATR on the NASDAQ is around 285, and we've been down as much as 315, 320 points. So we're getting massive range expansion. What is great, and TDGers will know this, is that tomorrow should be a fabulous day because we'll probably continue to see this extension in one direction or another. We'll have a wide range that we can work off of. Who wants to be trading those, constantly new market high days? They suck. Not because we're trying to pick tops or anything like that. It's just the ranges are not good, and then it'll tend to trend strong into those moves. Today we're putting in such a nice wide range on the Nasdaq, followed by yesterday's earnings related. And remember, we still have earnings from Amazon and Facebook and Apple.
Order filled. Order submitted.
All right, what do we have here? I recently took 2 payouts with Apex, but even after that, I still blew those accounts. Okay. I agree with you that it's frustrating. It's avoidable. The percentage numbers at the bottom and top, what does that mean? Great question. Those are change from close in point values and percentage. So the bottom here, this is 291 points. That's change from close on a 23-hour session time clock. And this is 1.6% is what that represents as a percentage. So here on the S&P, oops, let's move this. Here on the S&P, where I'm still long over here, we're down 62 points, and that represents 1.2%. So again, these percentage moves they're timid. They are nothing. You are nothing to me. All right, come to Butthead. I'm going to buy a little Dow Jones down here in this account. Give myself a little taste. Little taste. Come on.
Order submitted.
Don't you run away from me. All right. So that's that was a question over there on YouTube. So keep the questions coming if you have them. You want to see me trade out of this? All right. Well, then let's go back to the account that you want to see me trade out of, which is this one. So I do my best to not have on any more than one full mini. And since I'm long 5 here and I'm long 2 here, and I'm long, I'm long here too, I think. Yeah, I'm long 2 here.
Order filled.
Let me get rid of that one. Now I technically have the right to get back in here.
Order submitted.
Trade your way out of it, dude. I'll try to go. I'm sorry. The one I care about is this one. So I just want to watch this one because this is the one that matters. We're getting close to being up $1,000 on the day, which is pretty good for a $10,000 account. I don't know about you. That's 10% in a day. I don't think we are. Hold on. No, the balance is 681. So 10,681.
Order filled.
All right. Got ourselves a little MYM, so let's watch the 2 live accounts here. Come on down, give us another fill, please. Here we go. Here we go. Don't think a March rate cut is likely based on meeting today. That's a good headline. That's what we need. Is we need more octane, more catalysts for. We need more catalysts for. Would you please go touch that line? Come on now, let's go. Please touch this line. Shit. Correct. I am adding and taking off, Without confusing too much, this would be similar to some hedging programs that I actually run live, but you don't need to get into all those things. I have mastered a micro to mini trading bot, but you know why I'm never going to share it with anybody? Because it actually really works. So you don't if an automated trading strategy is for sale, it doesn't work. I'm happy to teach our group eventually how to automate entries, because that's all that really matters. You just want to automate the entries so you don't miss any kind of entries. And you only want to trade an automated strategy that you understand all the theory and logic behind. If you understand all the theory and logic, you'll feel comfortable running it in various market conditions. You'll understand how to trade around it. All right, so we just hit target there.
Order filled.
Another push lower. There's probably a lot of longs that are going, please shut up, pal. Shut the hell up.
Order submitted.
Please shut up. Now he leaves the stage. Now it's time to rally. Leave the stage, rally. All right, let's sell one here. See if they can push lower again.
Order submitted.
Gang, I'd be pretty cautious on selling into the hole here. Doesn't mean we can't go down lower again, but just be cautious on selling into the hole here.
Canceled.
If I was over here on this account, I should have had... Oh, I did get another one. Ooh, come on. There we go. Look at that. By the way, the only way you can get that is by just resting an order. You guys see this here? Look at this right here. Arrow, like this. Look at that. Damn. All right. See if we trade my way out of it. I hope not. I hope it keeps going down so we can... Here we go. Come to Butthead. Please, come to Butthead. This is a shitty... This fill here right here is terrible. Like, what bozo sold that? This guy. This guy. All right. We do have to take one of these right here.
Order submitted.
All right. The MES, I think we have a nice profit over here. No, still not making money. God dang. I'm like the worst. We missed that. We need a move down to 470 to 876s. Did I catch the bottom on the Dow? You mean you can't keep track of what's going on here? Come on now. Here's the Dow. So, yes, I'm long the Dow in this account and live. So I believe I have still one on here, right here. Yeah. So pretty good. I got basically T-line. So this line right here, gang, is a 233 EMA. So we got T-line right here. And we were outside day down for a second. So all the goodness. What is the percentage range to trade the bottoms and also the tops? I can't quite answer that. We have a whole methodology that you can come in on a 2-week trial. That's a question on YouTube and learn all of this. Actually, learn it all. But really, it comes down to this. You need to understand what's happening on a higher time frame. For us, a higher time frame is a 30-minute time frame. So we actually started the day bullish on the T line, but we were outside day. We were outside day up on the Dow, outside day down on the others. So we'll talk more about that in a second. All right, I need to open another chart here so I can trade this a little bit more aggressively in this other account. Hold on. All right, by this swing level down here.
Order submitted.
294s. 94s. All right, we got about a half an hour left. Brad, are you going to run rewind's not today. Rewind's tomorrow. So we do the rewind tomorrow. Rewind tomorrow. Rewind it.
Order submitted.
People having fun? Look at Derek's. He's become a Dow master. When you can take the marbles from my hand. I tell that story all the time, right? Naked in a hot tub in Santa Barbara with David Carradine smoking a joint. The naked part's not really important. He was naked, not me. I was like, dude, I loved Kung Fu. That was at the wedding for the guitar player for In Excess, whose name I've forgotten. Name dropping. McCallick, what are the Renko settings you're using? Good question. Keep the questions coming. If you come in here and do a full-blown trial, you will get access to, and I mean complete access. The only thing you don't get access to is the extreme turn indicator, and you don't get access to the members Discord because that's only for members. But what you do get access to is the Pro Trading Room here and the Futures Fanatic course, and you'll use the login that you got to that, and you'll come over here and you go to resources and you go to get started orientation, and you see that there is a NinjaTrader Futures Fanatic cheat sheet, and I will put this in the chat for you. You come and grab this, and it has got all of your Renko settings right down here. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. So those of you that know, this is a modified Renko where you can set the tick increment that is the logic used for standard increment. A standard Renko is just going to use the brick length. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Renko does mean brick in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. Turning Japanese, I really think so. Who challenged me to trade my way out of this?
Order submitted.
You just watch. You watch this.
Order filled.
You watch. All right. Is the S&P going up? I don't know if I have any S&P left. I do. All right, we got a half an hour left. Higher or lower? I don't think that's him. Maybe it was. You know who was also there? Was Michael Bolton and Nicolette Sheridan. And I got to tell you, Nicolette Sheridan, she's hot. She was hot. And they weren't young at the time. I don't know, when was this wedding? So it was right after I broke up with Tracy. I'm going to go 08. The Four Seasons in Santa Barbara, which I believe has closed. I think it closed permanently after COVID. I had heard that. I'm not sure, but that's what I think I had seen. I still need this to go down to here. So let's hurry up and go down to here. How's the weather in your part of the world? We have beautiful weather here right now in Las Vegas. It's like 65 degrees and hayrod. I did LOA you the man. I haven't traded my way out of it yet. We're still down a little bit, I think. We're still down a little bit. Hold on. Yeah. In the ETF account, we're down $255. So that's like a $900 swing. But in the live account, we're up $859 on our way to maybe $1,000, which would be awesome. Here it is right here. Right there. So again, account one is what matters. This is how we're really keeping score, because why not? And this is just sort of for educational purposes, the TDG way. Again, risk budget in here is $1,500, and we'll see if we can trade our way into, do you guys want to leave this up here? I don't care. Who cares? We'll leave it up there.
Order filled.
Oh, because now we got another fill here.
Order filled.
Oh, we bought the MYM. MYM's coming down. Now I'm a little heavy on these accounts because that means the S&P's coming down too. Yeah. So we got one more here and add at -2s. We'll see if it holds. I'm gonna take this here. I have to. Come on. Come on up. That means it's about to launch lower in just a second.
Order submitted.
But I got to keep a little bit of inventory on there. So that means we should be almost at 900 here. 900. I also want to point out, I'm not purposely trading these accounts against each other or hedging or anything like that. It's not what I'm doing. All the positions are independent. If I were to take target at 266 -2s on a short, that's the same area that I would take a long on another account, which is what I'll be doing. So we're going to get long right here. Oops, yikes. But I don't know if we're going to stick around for the rest of... Ooh. Brad, did you know you did a dual stochastics video on... No, that's somebody else. That's Todd. But yes, that's Trader Todd, coach. Unless, Brad, you did do a... that's all right. I'm just messing with you. All right, so there we go. Uh-oh, can we hold? The center cannot hold. Now it gets ugly. They're giving us these little bounces, but now they're eating back into our fun time. No, there's a lot of great training on there, Rebecca. I'm glad you watched some of that's in the Learning Center. That's in the Learning Center. That was a trading partner of mine for a long time. Do I get flat at a certain time? I I will almost always not trade anything like what you're seeing here once our room is over. In other words, I'm flat for all these prop programs and everything. I don't trade them in the afternoon. I don't do that much trading in the afternoon at all. I would almost rarely be in front of my computer at this time if it wasn't for like a Fed day. And I also trade Fed days really, really light too, like really light and tight because they are pretty erratic like this. We're not really respecting the levels right now for a little bit. All right, let's switch over to this account here because, I have the Dow. There we go. Dow Jones is now outside of the range too, I think. Yeah. So we're all outside. If you're not in any of these positions, the only way to be long now is it's better to wait for a move back up inside the bands and then look to get long. But ideally, folks, you guys didn't outstay your welcome and we had some nice, strong two-way moves, and now we have to deal with this. So let's switch over to the account that's fun.
Order filled.
Russell really having a moment to the downside. Down a good 2%. It's been a while since the Russell's had a 3% down day. Those are the days that kind of stick in your craw. I'm going to buy the
Order submitted.
buy the ZN here.
Order submitted.
I'm getting live here a little bit anyway.
Order submitted.
All right, I think we're going to hang around for another 5 minutes or so. So fire off any questions if you have them. My P&L's been all over the shop, which is pretty fun. We've had a good time. Kind of a controlled all over the shop, but fair enough, all over the shop, as the markets have been all over the shop. Do we have any earnings today? I don't think we do. So I do not think we have any tech earnings. I believe that Amazon and Apple and Facebook are tomorrow. Oh, we have Qualcomm. That's probably not going to move anything. How do you get the account numbers in the market analyzer? Okay, let's go through that. you're going to come over here. Whoever was rooting for me to get ahead, I'm sorry. I'm down $620 in this account. But look at this one, almost to 1,000. All right, hold on. You go to columns right here. And then I don't know which version. If I had all of these accounts in the version that I put in the PTR there, it's called primary workspace.xml or HTML or XML, I think. So then you click on this account thing, and then you select from the account you want. See? So in this connection, I have one ETF connected. I have my live. By the way, I now have so many videos out there with live account numbers on them. Now, granted, I only keep like 10,000, 20,000 max in any of these accounts that you see on the screen, but don't go stealing my money. Don't go trying to call NinjaTrader and go, I have account 300483 and I'd like to withdraw my money and my name is Roderick Ramir Casilli. Don't do that. Anyway, you select from one of these right here. And then that's it. There you go. So if you had a connection that had, multiple Apex accounts or whatever, you can select each one and have your lead account and live account or whatever.
Order failed. Order submitted.
Do 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 do. All right, so I think that's all the questions. No more questions? Any questions over there on YouTube? I really got to improve my streaming game over on YouTube. No one shows up live, but then a lot of people tend to watch it afterwards. So we got plenty of links in the YouTube description for how you can find out more about our motley crew.
Order submitted. Order failed.
All right.
Order submitted.
Now we can buy again here.
Order submitted.
See if we can get that up there.
Order submitted.
All right, maybe I will stick around until I get this account to green. Unless the NASDAQ goes significantly lower, and then I won't be able to get it to green. But I mean, you already see that's a big ass hole. $767. No bueno. Good thing we traded the treasuries in there too. All right, there's a target hit on the live account. Hold on. There we go. I just want to take this off here. Come on.
Order failed.
There we go. That's good. You're welcome, Pete. Come back. Hang out with us tomorrow and then Friday. And then everyone save your ducats for the last investment you'll ever have to make in trading education. Not some stupid course that you're never going to watch anyway. By the way, my courses aren't stupid, but it'd be stupid to pay for courses too much because you only learn trading by doing and by practicing. All right, I'm going to stick around for 8 more minutes. We'll stick around until the market on close orders, see where those come in. Thanks, Jim. Oh, I'm just too deep in the Vegas. I have to turn off my phone here. Too deep in the Vegas. Oh, use my favorite girl. My Rachel McAdams crush. I love me some Rachel McAdams. Wedding Crashers, just hilarious.
Order submitted.
God, can't quite get it there. So question new here. When you're done for the day, usually 11 Eastern, then you close all positions, winning or losing. Almost always, yeah. Not 100% always, but I would imagine that I'm flat 95% of the time by the time we're done. And if I'm not, I'll post some updates in Discord. Remember, we have a Discord channel where there's a whole lot of ongoing conversations that continue to take place, and the most active one is futures here. So if I'm still in positions, I will tend to, but again, what I do doesn't matter. So how about some members chime in? Are you usually flat when we're done in the morning, or do you hold some positions trade? Everyone's situation is going to be a little bit different. That's from Eurovision, the movie. Oh, I've never seen Eurovision, the movie. The one time that we are definitely flat is if we are in any way, shape, or form threatening our risk budget. Then you need to be flat. You have got to be flat. Yeah, I like her. I like Christian Bell. She's a cutie. Those kind of... All right, we got 4 more minutes. Those of you who know that Financial Juice publishes the MOC numbers, the market on close imbalance numbers, like 15 or 20 minutes before the close, and then you'll see what they actually are when we hit the number. Oh, that's what we forgot to do. Let's put a little P&L porn in there. Let's do your P&L and EC scores. Let's do it. So I took no trades in the Tradeovate accounts here this afternoon. Purposely, we just handled the so Tradeovate for me today, 127 across these accounts here. One of them is passed today, and then I cancel them. So pass and cancel. But that's mine. And then over here, we got some work to do because this thing's going lower. So we're down $455. See if we get a move on market on close. Keep them coming. We need more. P&L, EC scores. How'd you guys do? Come on. How'd you do?
Order submitted.
Nice day, Linus. Congratulations. Danilito. You're my favorite Ninja Turtle. It's sexy stuff, guys. Remember, all of this is in the context of being intellectually honest with yourself, that the only thing you have to do is know that you got to that path through staying within your risk budget. If you did it by going outside, it doesn't count. The way to truly produce risk-adjusted returns and be generating alpha is based on per unit of risk. What are you generating based on a unit of risk? For me, a unit is just a single unit. It's a day trading unit. What do I earn per unit of risk? All right, one more minute. What's going to happen? Who knows? No bounce from the S&P. Damn. Art, you're just leaving us in the dust. We got some superstars in here too. Don't get me wrong. We got some superstars. So, but we embrace all shapes, all sizes, all P&Ls. All right, and survey says it might not be that big of a move given how much selling has already happened.
Order filled.
All right, there's a little push lower. This NASDAQ could get a little ugly into the close here. All right. It's anyone's guess what happens next. We have some expansive candles here, nearly expansive candles, so just be careful. There are no shorts here, everybody. No, you're either sitting on your hands or you're bottom fishing for longs. There are no shorts here. Do not initiate new shorts here looking for a collapse into the close. It could happen, but it's not a high probability move. Do not be shorting outside range. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. There you go. That's going to be it for today. Good session, everybody. Thanks for sharing. You can use the same password to come in here for the next couple days if you'd like. And again, if you really want to give this a go and you haven't done it before, come over to tradersdevgroup.com and sign up for the trial right here. Let me leave it in there. Okay. Because then you'll get a login to some of the other good stuff. All right. Okay, folks. Stay green, trade like you mean it. Thanks. Be good. Bye-bye. So let me ask the question. Yeah, it's the same password tomorrow. And one of the other things I didn't mention is if you want these recordings, you can click in the upper left-hand corner and open the sidebar. Open the sidebar and go to Archives Recordings, and you'll get the last. Let me show you. It'll look like this. And we have all of the recordings in here. Well, now it froze. There we go. So it'll look something like that. Okay, that's it. See you tomorrow. Be good. Bye-bye.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Yeah, this thing fucking keeps going lower.
Order filled. Order filled.